Hello Wolfpack, back here on Bitcoin today. I think the main thing that I really want to talk about that's been bugging me a little bit recently is that the main reaction that a lot of people in the market have to any kind of adversity from what they perceive to be the general trend direction is to flip from bearish to bullish. It's the fact of the matter is they can't control their emotions, right? They literally cannot control their emotions. And when you look at a chart, and you put it under your own perspective, you obviously have your own opinions on the chart, you have your own opinions of what might happen, and that's obviously affected by your emotions. But the difference between a competent trader and the difference between a competent trader and a DCAer or a long-term investor, which generally just means you don't have the experience to trade, I mean, let's be honest here, is that they have no ability to control any kind of adversity, even in the slightest, to what they think the general direction is. And what do I mean by adversity? I mean that, well, we had a breakout from bear flag formation, right? Most people think a bear flag formation breaks to the downside, and so when it breaks to the upside, which happens, by the way, around 30% of the time, it's unlikely, but it does happen, they go into panic mode. And they're like, oh, everything I know is wrong. I must throw it out the window now and forget every single piece of evidence that we've discovered in the past and just brainlessly jump into Bitcoin. It's like, it's the dumbest thing you could possibly imagine. And it's the kind of people who act like this that in life have very little, control to their own adversity in their personal life. I'm not trying to offend anyone, obviously, but I mean, that's really it, isn't it? Because if you can't stick by what you actually believe objectively deep down, and you let your emotions take control in trading, I mean, what's that going to mean for you personally? Well, it's going to mean you lose money, and it's going to affect your personal life negatively, right? Because you've made the wrong decision. You've strayed away from what you actually believe to what you think you should believe based on your emotions and based on what other people believe, right? The vast majority of people in trading, the vast majority of people in the market, literally 90% of the comments you ever read are from people, and again, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but it's true, are from people who don't know much about TA, right? And so when you think, okay, well, look, he told me there's a bear flag formation, broke to the upside, and it didn't play out like that, your base reaction shouldn't be, you were wrong. Your base reaction should be, oh, well, we played the probability and it didn't work out this time, right? Because that happens in trading. Sometimes the probability just doesn't work out. But I think one of the things I want to talk about in this video, that I talked about in the last two videos, but I'm really consolidating this video, I'm really bringing in a new perspective for it as well, is the bottom in, obviously, right? But there's a new piece of data I want to look at, and that obviously is the 23.8k support zone. If you resistance zone. If you look at my Twitter posts, if you look at my YouTube community posts in the last 24 hours, I've been talking about this level so much, right? Before we get into that, I want to talk about obviously the 200-week SMA and the macro uptrending support line, and then we can jump into that because at this point in time, the simple reality is, it's not opinion. It's nothing to do with my opinion, right? It's simply nothing to do with my opinion. The simple objective fact of the situation is the Bitcoin bottom is not confirmed to be in. That doesn't mean it's not in. It means it's not confirmed to be in. And as breakout traders, where you wait for confirmation before you make action, you have to wait for confirmation. There's a lot of people right now who are stressing out and buying Bitcoin below resistance. It is the worst thing you can possibly do because if something's not confirmed, if something is an unconfirmed breakout, it means all the analysis you've done in the past regarding the macro situation, regarding the bearish TA, regarding all of that is still relevant. It hasn't been invalidated yet. So why are you changing your opinion if the evidence you used in the first place has not been invalidated yet? Right, so let's look into it. Well, we've got a macro uptrending line. That's the yellow line. It's been tested on multiple occasions. We have the 200-week SMA, which is the most important moving average on Bitcoin. We've been into this before. What's happening right now, and the reason why people are getting stressed, is we are attacking the 200-week SMA. I've discussed this in the past. I said if we break the 200-week SMA to the upside, we will go upwards. However, it is a weekly moving average, meaning we need a weekly close in the minimum above it in order to confirm a breakout. Otherwise, we'll just see a fake out like what we've seen before, right? What do I mean by that? Look at 2020, massive fake out below it, right? Look at, even in 2018, there was a small fake out below it. You see that wick there. And then even in, for example, 2015, we saw 2 or 3 separate wicks below it, even a few weekly candles just below it, all fake outs, right? The point of the matter is, it's a moving average based on the weekly candle. There are going to be wicks below it and above it. Just because we're wicking above it, it doesn't mean we will close above it, right? So, at what point do we say, okay, the bottom's in? And this is what I'm getting into. This is the really important thing. Because as of right now, based on the 4-year cycle theory, we don't think the bottom's going to be in until Q4. Again, it's not necessarily... It is my opinion to a certain extent, right? I'll concede it is to a certain extent. It is my opinion because obviously people, based on their level in TA, have different knowledge in charts, have different analysis, have different outlooks, right? That's obviously how it goes. But this is an objectively true trend. There's nothing opinion. I can't make up the numbers. All I'm doing is outlining the numbers and extrapolating them. I can't make up those numbers. And so right now, the trend is, well, Bitcoin is not due to bottom out yet. Bitcoin is due to bottom out in Q4, which is between October and December. Obviously, it's July, so it's a little bit too early for it to bottom out. And obviously, we've seen wicks below and above the 200 SMA before. And so right now, it would be safe to assume, until proven otherwise, that this is a bear trap. So what would we need to be seeing exactly for this to be a confirmed breakout? I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm saying, what would we need to be seeing for it to be confirmed? That's the key distinction. We would need to be seeing, let's delete everything right here. So I just said before, we generally speaking, we can see wicks above the 200-week SMA. And so closing above a 200-week SMA, in my opinion, isn't exactly enough confirmation for it to be over. We need to be seeing a strong close above it, right? A strong weekly close. And the weekly candle closes, by the way, in about 3 to 4 days. So it's not really too long away. So don't worry about missing out on too much. Not much is going to happen in 3 to 4 days. Even if it does blow to the upside, not much is really going to happen there. But you know, what we need to be seeing, in my opinion, is not just to close above a 200-week SMA, because as I said, that can be a fake out quite easily. We need to be seeing it close above a 200-week SMA and a strong resistance zone that is near it to confirm the fact that, hey, it wasn't just a wick above a 200-week, it was actually a wick above a 200-week, and we took another thing on top of that. You know, it adds validity to the breakout. And so that zone that we need to be closing above, in my opinion, is 23.8K. If we get a weekly candle close above 23.8K, I will say confidently that I think the bottom is in on Bitcoin, and then we can discuss what that means for the macro trend after that, right? So that's very, very important. Weekly candle close above 23.8K. Why 23.8K? Well, we've seen a major resistance zone form on that on a daily chart. Right, we've seen wicks above it occasionally, but we have not closed above that. And in a sense, and we're seeing that right now, right, battling for resistance there. And in a sense, if you look at the entire macro trend on Bitcoin, you see that once we broke above 23.8K, we formed this massive structure up here. Now, if we come back up to 23.8K and reject off of it, in a sense, that's a resistance support flip for this entire, like, 2 years of price action, which would be extremely bearish. So as of right now, even from a bearish point of view, this is actually an expected move. This makes perfect sense, right? If we were to come up and reject from 23.8K right now, and this is why it's very important we close a weekly candle above it, we would be seeing a resistance support flip for this entire move, and we will be going downwards quite heavily. Just like always, just like every single time, every single dead cat bounce you ever see, every single bear market rally, every single bull market correction, you see a bunch of fools who don't know anything about TA, who claim the bottom is in preemptively, and most of the time, not always, occasionally they're correct, just out of luck. Most of the time, they're incorrect. So, to be very clear, I'm not saying the bottom isn't in. What I'm saying is that I am going to stick by the evidence that I see as objective until it's invalidated. And right now, that evidence is saying the bottom is not in, and so until it's invalidated, via a close above, a weekly candle close above 23.8K, I will stick by it, and I will say that it's probably unlikely that this is the bottom. And even if it is likely, even if it looks great, even if everything goes down, it's all good, and goes up, sorry, it's all good, I'm still going to wait that confirmation because I'm a trader. I'm not going to break my overall trading methodology, I don't know how to say that word, methodologically or something, just because of some random rally that's probably, you know, I mean, it's not confirmed to be anything other than a dead cat bounce yet. It might be confirmed to be a bull, renewal to the bull market or whatever. Might be confirmed to be, the bottom's in on Bitcoin. But we'll have to see. It's not confirmed yet. You know, like only in trading do people do things and make major financial decisions in crypto when nothing's confirmed yet. You don't do that in any other aspect of your life. So why do you do it in crypto? It's dumb. It's stupid. Your whole mindset should be, okay, I'm going to stick by my opinion until it's invalidated. This gets invalidated at a weekly candle close above 23.8K. It's very, very clear. Stick by it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. And before we end it, I want to look at Wolves Crypto V.I.P. I want to look at BitGet Exchange. I want to look at Crypto Academy. I'd highly recommend you stick around so you can learn about these things here. Now, if you're not familiar, Wolves of Crypto has a VIP group. You can click the join button on my YouTube channel right there, and you can see what you gain access to. You get altcoin trading setups, right? So my free videos on YouTube about Bitcoin, generally speaking, are about the macro point of view. Altcoin trading setups, we happen every second day. We trade at all times. It doesn't matter. We make money on the way up. We make money on the way down. It doesn't matter what our macro point of view is. And we've been making a bunch of money in the last week, over 250% profit in the group chat there, or in the YouTube channel group chat, I should say. So that's one thing. And then you got prioritized reply to comments. You get a 2-hour lecture on market psychology. You get access to my TradingView charts occasionally. And then you get access to an exclusive Telegram group where you can discuss the market and your ideas in the market with other VIP members just for less than $1 a day. Crazy value. And then BitGet is the exchange we use as VIP. So if you're going to sign up to the VIP group chat, and even if you're not, I highly recommend signing up to BitGet. It takes 5 minutes. It's free, non-KYC, half the fees of Binance, no scam wicks. Referral program that you can use using my referral link in the description below to gain access to an exclusive rewards center, over $4,000 in rewards. That's not in any other exchange. Join up to BitGet using my referral link to support the channel. And then lastly, if you want to learn how to become a trader, if you want to learn how to do objective TA, right? None of this biased, emotional driven, all what the big accounts do, actual TA, by the facts, by the mathematics, by the logic. Become a trader, 10-unit course, Crypto Academy. Go on the website, read the information, read the bio, and then chuck us an email here at cryptoacademycourses@gmail.com, and we'll send you a pamphlet and a video explaining what the course is and showing you what it looks like, so you can make your educated financial decision there on whether you want to buy it or not. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.